Hello everybody and welcome back to Conor here, All Leeds TV. We are back after a summer of, ins and outs, plenty of outs, and we are back with a preview, a Bristol City preview. It's been weird not being able to do anything, for all these months and stuff like that. We've been getting the transfer stuff done. Joe's Monday Night Football got done last night as well, which is really good. But now we're back. We're back with the big stuff. We're back with the main stuff. We're back with Leeds United. So our pre-season has been a mixed bag, 4-0 loss to Manchester United, but some good runs on the way as well. Guys, a good performance. Tadcaster Albion, a good performance as well. Obviously, the other team with a good performance against Girona. And Cagliari as well, a decent performance there. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag, but Leeds have done very well. It's good to see as well that Leeds United have been fielding two sides as well. Not a lot of teams do that. Two sides pretty much in every friendly there. And it's been really, really excellent to see that we've been able to compete. Noticeable differences, obviously we've got Jack Clark and we've got Harrison in, we've got the main man Costa, the main man White in, Janssen been the main sort of notable outgoing, along with sort of Malik Wilkes and Halmer. But Leeds are back in business this weekend, 4:30 against Bristol City. And what do I make of Bristol City? Well, they've had a mixed bag in pre-season, really. Good results against Wimbledon, got beaten by Derby County at home. Got absolutely smashed at home by Crystal Palace, but, a good little win against Forest Green anyway. But we know pre-season doesn't really mean anything at all in the football season. Leeds had a pretty dire pre-season last season, and we were back, and we had a brilliant start to the season, didn't we? So you can't really take pre-season with that much vigour. You've got to take it with a pinch of salt. But anyway, the season starts. We're all very excited indeed. And what do we think? By the bookmakers, we're being made the favourites in pretty much every sort of bookies across the country, which is, it's crazy, isn't it, to hear Leeds, after years and years of wilderness. Even last season we weren't tipped to go up, but now we seem to be, everyone's sort of tipped to get promoted. Why? Well, one man at the helm in Marcelo Bielsa, who hopefully will, touch wood, be leading Leeds United to glory this season. I've been really impressed with Jack Harrison, if I have to say. We haven't really got much to go on at this moment in time, obviously, with it being the first game of the season, but Jack Harrison has really impressed me. He's come back about 4 inches wider. He looks stronger. His end product looks very good as well. A fair few assists in his pre-season, a few goals as well. Very notable performances from Harrison. Clark, his standout performance probably been a bit against sort of Tad Albion, I'd probably say. Tad Albion, very direct and taking on his fullbacks in old Jack Clark fashion. Can he find that form again? I really do hope so, but I do think we will see that from Jack Clark. A very smart acquisition by Leeds United, getting him back, a real coup. Helder Costa, another one who we're looking as the starlet this season. He hopefully will be making the difference for Leeds United. Hopefully he will make this game his start, the start of his tenure at Leeds United will be warmly received, and hopefully he gives the fans down at Ashton Gates and the fans across the world a performance to remember. And I'm really, really looking forward to seeing Helder Costa in a competitive game for Leeds United this season. So Bristol City, the opponents, what have we got to go on? Obviously signing Thomas Callas, had a really good partnership last season with Webster. Looking to move on, apparently. Brighton looking to smash their transfer budget, 25 million on Webster. It looks like Bristol City have lined up Kieran Clark to replace Webster if that deal does go through. They are looking to bring a centre forward in as well before the season starts against Leeds United, and Kiefer Moore from Barnsley, Lee Johnson's old team there. He's looking to bring Kiefer Moore in. So will he feature against Leeds United? He could be a little bit of a kryptonite for Leeds there with regarding his height and his power, sort of a Gary Medine figure. But where can Bristol City hurt us? Well, I don't see a lot of change really with Bristol City. There is a lot of hype. There's a lot of people seem to be thinking that Bristol City are going to make in the top 2, the top 4, top 5, top 6 even. But I don't really see where there has been that much change. Jada Silva brought in on the left. Obviously, Webster's, they've kept hold of him so far, kept hold of Brownhill. There hasn't been a massive amount of change. Obviously, Callas was there last season, similarly to Leeds having Clark and Harrison. But, you know, it's another season of progression under Lee Johnson, and will they be able to sort of hit those dizzy heights? A little bit more continuity, which is excellent, but Bristol City seem to always go through these phases, these seasonal phases of real lows and then real highs, you know, progression. 8 games, they might not pick up a win. 8 games, they might, win all 8. And it is a real peculiar thing with Bristol City, but it's been a mainstay, really, for about 2 or 3 years now under Lee Johnson. But there's no doubt in the man is a very, very good manager. Did very well at Barnsley. He's also, he's moved on. He's done very well at Bristol City, moved them into competitive positions. So it's going to be a tough game. Do I think it's going to be different to the last time we played them? I can see similarities. You know, Leeds haven't altered drastically. I actually remember Pontus Janssen having a really good game down at Ashton Gate, but, you know, obviously he's moved on. Where will they try hurt us? I think Jeju, and if they do bring Kiefer Moore in, I think they're going to go for a bit of an aerial assault with the 2 up front. Normally they play sort of 4-2-3-1, but is Lee Johnson going to adjust that for the Leeds United game? I think, knowing Leeds and how we play, I think a lot of teams do adjust to how we play. Obviously, you're going to have to, because, you know, we can go from a 4-1-4-1 to a 3-3-1-3. It looks like Marcelo has been playing 3-3-1-3 throughout the pre-season, which is very interesting. Last season, a week before the season started, Marcelo was playing 4-1-4-1. With his old sides, with Chile in particular, he would start with 4-1-4-1 because he wanted the team to get used to it. You know, you don't want to chuck them all into a 3-3-1-3. It's very complicated, but it looks like now, you know, KP, Forshaw, he's looking to embed them in together there, and maybe there is going to be a 3-3-1-3 there. We played the formation against Cagliari. Is that going to trump opposition teams? Leeds became a little bit predictable last season. Are we going to shore up in a lot of places? It looks like, once again, with Marcelo, his attack is going to be the best form of defence, and you can see that with who we've brought in. You know, Jansen's obviously gone out the door. Ben White's come in. Really like the look of Ben White. Very, very happy with that acquisition. Would I have liked an extra one? Yes, but it's not going to happen. So there's no point in talking about that. You know, we live and die by Marcelo Bielsa, the best manager around, obviously, for us Leeds fans, and he's brought the good times back. So I am thoroughly excited by this game. You know, we're going to be waiting all weekend for it. It really is on the dregs of Sunday evening, 4:30. I don't know what to go for, to be honest, guys. I think it is going to be, it's so unpredictable, you know, how we're going to start the game. Are we going to start with that formation, the 3-3-1-3? Are we going to go to the 4-1-4-1, obviously with Berardi being suspended? Is KP going to come back into a back 3? That's something I wouldn't like to see, to be honest. I think when we move KP into that back 3, Leeds lose a hell of a lot in that midfield, but unlike last season, Leeds now have the option of having KP and Forshaw at the start of the season, something which we didn't have last season, obviously, with regarding injuries. Moving on to injuries, it looks like Kemal Roof's going to be out for about 2 to 3 weeks, which is a massive shame. Obviously, it gives the limelight once again to Patrick Bamford. Last time Patrick Bamford was at Ashton Gate, he got the winning goal in a 1-0 victory down there. Is that a good omen? He's got a good record against Bristol City as well. Obviously, we look at Luke Ayling, ex-Bristol City player. He's going to be out. It looks like Dallas has been featuring throughout, you know, pre-season. Dallas has looked good as well. His performances against Villa and Derby, absolutely monumental, and the best player in those playoffs for me. And leading up to the playoffs, Dallas really gave himself a little bit of a shoe-in for that starting 11. Was really happy with his performances in particular. Obviously, we don't know about Jamie Shackleton. Is he going to be injured? We're not 100% sure on that one. We've not really seen him feature in a Leeds United shirt since Guiseley, I think it was. So I'm not really 100% sure about that. Forshaw as well. Rumours about Forshaw potentially being injured. Obviously, we'll hear about the team news on Thursday, where Joe and Oscar will be covering. I like to get it in a little bit early because I get a bit too excited with the previews, as you can probably tell. But yeah, I think we go with the 3-3-1-3. I think you are going to see potentially Calvin Phillips going to fit in a back 3. Is that going to hinder Leeds United with the height that Jeju and potentially a Kiefer Moore could have going forward? I'm not 100% sure. But what the good thing is if they do stick to their 4-2-3-1, I think we can go to 3 at the back, because you don't really need, you know, you can have 3 covering centre backs with just a starting forward in Jeju. So maybe that is something Leeds are going to temper with. I think this season, guys, is going to be about us outscoring opponents. Who am I really excited to see? Jack Harrison, he's made a real statement for me this pre-season, and obviously Helder Costa. Leave your score predictions in the box below, guys. Please like and comment like you always do. And if you haven't already, this is all Leeds TV. Make sure you subscribe. And yeah, if you want some extensive streams and stuff like that, me and Joe on Instagram at Conor and Joe Show, we're going to be live streaming after and before most games. So make sure you check that out. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm going to say that this is going to to be a 2-1 Leeds win. It's going to be a narrow win, but I think we will just get it over the line. Please, as I've said, guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in a bit.